there's a massive essay to be written about this. There's a dissertation about late capitalism and regression and the fact that we've grown up in a society where after post-Star Wars, cinema completely changed and became about spectacle. Now it wasn't the thing. I mean, in the 70s when Star Wars came out, it was all like Bonnie and Clyde and The Godfather. It was like art movies, really dark, sort of like amoral art movies that were the top in the box office, Apocalypse Now, all this kind of stuff. Now, I saw trailers last night when I went to see Super 8, which we were talking about, which I loved. It was Captain America, Transformers, Green Lantern, Harry Potter. It was just all big, huge, light show, kind of like, no doubt going to be a lot of fun, but essentially childish fare, I've become the voice of, one of the voices of Star Wars dissent, sort of like post Phantom Menace kind of disillusionment, which occurred inevitably. And it's interesting, yeah. I mean, it's almost like the second part of the story of Star Wars kind of contradicts the first part. And I don't mean the narrative of the films, I mean the creative impulse. It was all about, initially it was all about telling stories, and the special effects, and George Lucas himself said were a tool to you use to tell a story, whereas in the second three it was just all about special effects and the story seemed secondary. So yeah, it was, I hyperbolized slightly about it, but it did upset me a little bit. The whole the ascension of the nerd to this kind of like mainstream figure, what was an outcast. The word nerd comes from ne'er-do-well. And it means, outcast. It means person on the fringes of society. Now the nerd is like, it's become an overused word. It's like, Patton Oswalt wrote a very good article about that. It's wake up, geek culture, it's time to die, because it's been so assimilated, like the Borg might do. It's now become the mainstream. It's been hegemonized, to use a word from university.
What are you doing?
Just watch.
It's a miracle.
Oh, man, I'm gonna miss these.
Why would you do that?
Not gonna eat a dead bird, am I?